Okay, I want to introduce Pascaline Peter, who is 30 years old. She's a businesswoman and she's also living positively. She's lived with HIV for 5 years and presently she advocates for the awareness to prevent new infections and encourages especially young people to get tested and to know one's status. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So obviously now that we are talking about treatment and how has that impacted your life? Have you been able to stay on treatment consistently?
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Pascaline. I knew about my status 5 years ago after I went for a test. To my surprise, it was positive. I didn't expect that, definitely, because I later went for like 20 other tests to confirm that. But finally, they were all coming out positive. I started drugs immediately, but it's just that you're taking the drugs for the sake of taking the drugs.
So there's still no acceptance on why you have to take the drugs?
Yes. Again, I'm taking the drugs, and I'll take today. I was that party girl. I'll take today, maybe from Monday to Thursday. Then on Friday, I'm busy. Maybe I won't be around the drugs. So maybe I'll take the drugs again on Monday. So by that time, my viral load was almost 100,000. Then it came a time I had to be switched from first line to second line drugs. So in first line, you just take one drug, maybe at night, pill 2 moja. But here I'm to be switched to second line, where people in first line take like seven tablets a week. Here I'll be taking 28 tablets a week, unlike those people on first line. So that's when I was switched after 2 years being on medication. Then there came a time, I can say it's human error or something. For a whole year, I was getting the wrong medication, an overdose. I didn't know.
From the health center?
Yes, from the health center. I didn't know it was overdose. Till one day, I had a major reaction. My nails were falling off, the hair. Like that time, people will look at you and like, when people used to talk about AIDS, unakuwa na vidonda mwili yote, nywele inaanguka, makucha zinaanguka. So that's the time I was like, I can't hide anymore. Ukimwangalia anakaa tu, how people used to say, anakaa tu ukimu, how we used to call it. So I was treated, I came back to normal. That's when I decided to go public. From a viral load of almost 100,000 to being undetectable today. Yes, HIV medications work. Yes.
I think it deserves. And so I want to introduce my next guest, Anthony Chazara, who is a teen and youth program officer who deals with youth in the community on matters prevention and managing HIV and AIDS. So let's talk about testing, because right now we have seen various campaigns running around safe sex for young people. And also now presently we have things available in the market like the self-testing kit that you can actually do in the privacy of your own home. So if you can, unaweza enda kule LVCT to get tested, but now thanks to modern medicine, you can actually get tested at home. So as somebody who works with the youth, are these interventions working? Are they responding? Are they picking them up?
First of all, before I go to that question, revolving around the discussion we've had here, we are revolving around 3 things. One is disclosure, the second one is adherence, and the third one is stigma. So if we are able to address the 3, we are able to keep the people who are on medication to achieve good health. So when we talk about adherence is to an individual himself or herself who is on medication, ensuring that they take medication as prescribed by the doctor. Disclosure, as Esther mentioned from the beginning, it's a process and it's not a one-time event. You ask yourself, whom am I disclosing to? Why am I disclosing to that person? And for what benefit am I going to get after disclosing? And then thirdly, stigma. Stigma is a hindrance to HIV treatment in terms of adherence. We are talking about adolescents who are between the ages of 15 to 19 years old. If you look at the data that we have right now, adolescents who are between 15 to 19 years are the most affected in terms of HIV virus suppression. Virus suppression here, we are talking about the virus in layman's language, the amount of virus in the body, which if you look at the other age categories, the virus suppressions are low, but these between 15 to 19 years, their virus suppressions are high.
Because they are not on treatment consistently.
Exactly, and according to what the guests have shared here, is that during this time, we are talking about these people who are either in high school or boarding, and they have expressed a lot of challenges that they face during that time. There are a lot of stigma with their fellow students. They are unable to take their medications correctly because probably the packaging when they go to school, there is what you call checkup in schools. They check, and when they found somebody probably is carrying medication, it becomes a whole topic to the school. So we have challenges of young people who are in school taking their medication, and therefore it hinders directly to their adherence. However, there are other interventions that are coming up. NASCOP, together with other government stakeholders, are coming up with a curriculum whereby they'll be able to train teachers and ensure that they have equipped with information about young people living with HIV, and they are in school, and therefore that is probably likely to change, because we are looking at a situation where a teacher doesn't understand that HIV treatment looks like this, the medication looks like this. So during the check in the staff, they find medication, and since the adolescents do not want to package them in the bottles that are ordinarily packaged, they probably empty them somewhere else. And when the teacher finds that kind of medication, they're likely to question this student, why are you probably on drugs, and drugs that are not known. And such cases we've had them so many times. So in future we are looking at a situation where teachers will be sensitized, matrons, everybody in the education sector, so that we are able to respond to these adolescents in schools. Now, coming to your question about HIV testing, we've come a long way where young people used to fear getting tested, know their HIV status. Right now we have HIV self-testing. You either choose to go to a clinic or a VCT, like
LVCT, for example,
and LVCT, or like LVCT, and know your HIV status, which is free across the country. But HIV self-testing is convenient and it's not free. You buy the kit, but at a reasonable price. At LVCT, we do not sell HIV self-tests.
At LVCT, you do it for free.
But we do it for free.
That's the distinction now.
Exactly. Yeah. But we refer young people where they can get the self-tests. When they purchase the self-test, there are instructions on how to go about it. In the event you are HIV negative, you are encouraged to be HIV negative. We have actually our hotline number where young people can call and get information before, during, or even after testing. So they can call 1190, talk to a counselor, ask them probably questions before they get tested. And during the test, probably finding that it's difficult to do ABCD, the counselor will be able to take them through. And then probably after test, if you're HIV positive, also the counselor encourages you, they give you necessary referrals where to go and get medication, and all that process is cleared.
Prevention, they say, is the best cure. So you've had testimonies from people who are living with HIV and AIDS. However, if you're a young person, you are not born with it, and it's a case of you being responsible with your choices from when you choose to have sex. If you must, please have safe sex. Get to know your partners as well. And if today you went and got tested and found yourself to be HIV positive, you've had all the stories that have been shared tonight. It's not a death sentence. There is life. You had earlier, you can live for as long as, even like Methuselah, 100 years old. But the one thing you have to do is get treatment. So that if you're on treatment, you've had all the experts today saying, remain consistent, go to the health centers, all public health centers, treatment is free. So there's really no reason for you not to get treatment. And for those of us who are within the society, we must all join the fight to reduce the stigma. We must offer support when it comes to this issue that is HIV and AIDS. Well, obviously, this is a huge topic that we cannot exhaust in this one sitting. I want to thank you so much for the support you've offered to the show and for tuning in tonight. Until next time, this is it from me, Tamima, on Real Talk. I'll see you on the next episode.
Hi, my name is Joel. Welcome to the Real Talk Switch TV with Tamima, and the topic is all about HIV and AIDS. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Liz Mongai, and tonight you're watching Real Talk.
Welcome to Real Talk. Na msiende kuhanya-hanya. Once you are positive, tame yourself. This is from your own grandmother, Joki Macharia.
Yeah. Thank you, Joki. Hello, I am Tamima, the host of Real Talk with Tamima, and I would like to invite you to be part of my audience or a guest on the show. All you have to do, if you have a story that is very personal, very powerful, and you want to inspire other people, please reach out to the show via the email address on your screen or the number as well.